Bristle, a young dog with a shiny brown coat, stands in the meadow, tail wagging. The village nestles quietly, bordered by meadows and a dense forest. Theo gently sets down a bowl of warm porridge and meat before Bristle. Bristle eagerly devours the meal, yet his gaze drifts longingly towards the horizon. Bristle slips through the fence and onto the village road, his senses consumed by the aroma of roasted chicken. He ignores the greetings of other dogs, his focus unwavering. The village sounds fade as he zeroes in on the captivating scent. Bristle peers through the wooden gate, eyes fixed on the cottage. A plump roasted chicken sits cooling on the windowsill. This is it, the prize I deserve. Bristle makes a daring escape from the house, a plump chicken firmly seized in his jaws. The cook furiously waves a rolling pin, her shouts echoing through the chaotic village street. "Thief! You foolish dog!" the cook cries out, her voice filled with comical outrage. Bristle weaves through the crowded market, stalls and startled villagers scattering in his wake. Bristle halts at a footbridge above a gentle stream, panting with pride over his stolen chicken. I see my reflection in the water. Mistaking my reflection for a rival with a larger prize, my ears shoot up with jealousy and greed. Bristle, teeth bared, snarls at his watery reflection, consumed by envy. That dog has a larger chicken than mine! A sudden, foolish bark escapes, and with it, the chicken plummets into the stream. The splash reverberates, a stark reminder of his impulsive mistake. Bristle trots happily along the stream with a roast chicken, sees a reflection, and leaps toward the image. Bristle watches helplessly as the roast chicken bobs further away. "Come back! That was mine!" Bristle barks, his frustration echoing through the air. Only the ripples remain as Bristle sits down, miserable, his stomach growling. Bristle stands near the dark forest, lost in thought. Greta approaches, her gentle tail wagging. "You look like someone who's lost something." Bristle admits, "I lost a chicken, but I think I lost my sense too." Greta responds, "Sounds like you found wisdom instead. Most dogs take much longer to find it." Theo finishes working in the fields as Bristle returns, covered in mud and looking dejected. Theo's kind voice breaks the silence. "Where have you been, you rascal?" Bristle whimpers, lowering his head in shame. Theo responds with understanding and affection. "Well, whatever trouble you got into, I'm sure you learned something. Come on, let's get you cleaned up." Bristle, a young dog, barks excitedly, helping Theo herd goats across the farm. Bristle stands by the stream, his reflection shimmering on the water's surface. Driven by greed, he attempts to snatch the second chicken from the water. Oh no! The chicken slips from his grasp and tumbles into the water, floating swiftly downstream. Bristle stares in dismay, realizing his mistake. Bristle spots a fox slinking toward the chicken coop. He stalks silently, corners the fox. Bristle scares it away without a sound. Theo arrives, voice filled with admiration. "Bristle, that was brave of you." Years later, Bristle, now older, leads a group of pups to the stream. He recounts the tale of the chicken and his foolishness, a lesson in contentment for the attentive pups. Greta stands beside Bristle, nodding approvingly as the lesson unfolds. Bristle sleeps soundly in his haybed, his dreams filled with happy visions. Theo watches him, a gentle smile lighting up his face. An unsettling quiet hangs over the farm, as if nature itself mourns. Bristle rests peacefully in his bed, his journey complete. A deep sense of loss mingles with the warmth of gratitude for the wisdom he shared. Theo gently buries Bristle beneath the ancient tree, while a smooth stone marks the final resting place. The stone reads, "Bristle, the foolish dog who grew wise." Led by Greta, the children approach, their hushed voices echoing through the trees. "Thank you, Bristle," the children whisper as they lay gifts of bones and flowers. Time drifts on. Under the ancient tree, Theo recounts the saga of Bristle to a gathering of wanderers. Callum, a wandering scribe, listens, captivated by Theo's narrative. Theo pauses, a wistful smile touching his lips as he reflects. "That dog taught me more than I ever taught him." Callum sits, firelight illuminating his dedicated writing, documenting Bristle's evolution from foolishness to wisdom. He titles his work, "The Foolish Dog Who Grew Wise." Before leaving, Callum entrusts a copy of the book to Theo. Soon, copies of the book begin to surface, captivating readers young and old. Years later, Clover sits quietly by the stream, absorbed in her reflection, as Greta watches, her face softened by a gentle smile. Greta observes Clover training, her expression a blend of pride and contentment. "You'll carry Bristle's teaching now," Greta says softly. Beneath the tree, Greta passes peacefully, beside Bristle's resting place. At the heart of the stone circle, Clover stands among the new generation of pups. Beside the stream, pups meet weekly to listen to elders share the story of Bristle. Clover sits by the stream, face reflecting in the water. Clover ponders the story's deeper meaning as the water flows. Clover remembers Greta's teachings. Clover feels the weight of Greta's legacy. Clover gathers young pups around a newly built stone circle near the stream. Squirrels and rabbits listen attentively from the sidelines as she shares her wisdom. A shy raccoon watches from a distance, drawn in by the stories of transformation. Clover shares, "I want to share stories of Bristle's transformation and emphasize the importance of forgiveness and understanding." Years later, a fox cub cautiously enters the stone circle, his heart heavy with uncertainty. He confesses, "I was taught to fear dogs, but I want to learn, not fight." Clover approaches, her voice gentle. "Then you've already taken the first step Bristle took, admitting there's more to learn." Flint appears streamside, his tail wagging, his voice filled with arrogance as he dismisses the value of wisdom. Flint sneers, asking, "Wisdom? What good is wisdom when you've got looks like these?" Clover calmly gestures towards the flowing stream, inviting Flint to sit and observe. Clover says softly, "Take a seat, Flint. Just observe." Flint scoffs, his nose wrinkling in disdain at the suggestion. The morning air is filled with dew and ancient stones as I return to Clover, her fur shimmering in the sunlight. "What happens when you don't like your reflection?" I ask, my voice echoing in the crisp morning air. "You change what's behind the reflection, the heart," Clover responds, her words resonating with profound wisdom. I stay at the circle, Clover's words echoing in my mind, as I begin to listen more and guide the younger pups. A new sense of purpose fills me, transforming me from within.